all started with Kanye West expressing support for President Trump on Twitter, but could that soon lead to a West Wing visit? White House advisor, pastor, and Dr. Daryl Scott joined us on the show yesterday to share that President Trump is on board to host the rapper during a summit on race relations. Listen.
The African-American community is not against the president. You have to understand, courage inspires courage. Fearlessness inspires fearlessness. There's a silent minority out there. But when Kanye West came out, it emboldened others to say, listen, I hear what he's saying. I can't think for myself. I'm very optimistic about this, once again, leading to the healing of this racial divide.
So what could a summit look like, and what could it achieve?
And here to weigh in, as I mentioned, Turning Point USA Communications Director, the one and only Candace Owens. Good morning.
Hey, Candace.
Good morning.
Well, it all started on this couch, and the last couple of weeks have been insane.
Absolutely. It has been crazy how much a 7-word tweet can impact your life, positively and negatively. But I'm just so optimistic. It's been a wonderful couple of weeks for me.
What are you optimistic about? What are you hoping could change as a result of this whole conversation?
Being able to have the conversation. I mean, for so long, black conservatives have not been able to have a voice. They've been ignored. People that have biracial children, people that are in biracial relationships. It's been so black and white, the conversation. And I blame Obama. You know, his 8 years in office did a lot of damage in terms of race relations in this country. And I'll tell you, Hillary didn't help much when she kept calling everybody racist and sexist. So the language has changed and the rhetoric has changed, and it's time for us to sort of do some healing.
What more can Republicans do? Because you heard the president last week. He said, thanks to Kanye West, my approval rating has gone up from 11% to 22%. But then you think 11%? What more needs to be done from the Republican side to actually get the African-American community involved and feel like they are appreciated?
Right. So I think Republicans, and I hate to speak in terms of Democrats and Republicans, but in particularly regarding the Republicans, they really gave up on blacks. They said, okay, 93% of you are voting for Democrats, so they didn't even embrace the black community. I have to tell you, when I met with some of them, it was like an uphill battle. I was like, this can be done. And I think they were just feeling sort of defeated after seeing the numbers for so many years. So the time is now to really talk about the policies, to talk about why these policies are so much better than the liberal policies that have been presented, to talk about why independence is better than government dependency. So this is a really unique opportunity for everyone to really talk about empowering the black community altogether.
I want to share a personal story. You were here on the couch a couple weeks ago. I was here, and a couple days later, I was back in our Washington bureau. One of my colleagues, who happens to be black, came up to me and said, I didn't kind of like that debate. He said, I don't agree with the Black Lives Matter folks. But some of the things Candace says I felt were a bit harsh on the couch. And so I guess I'd ask it this way. Speak to him, not me, about what you hope to be positive about this conversation if, say, Kanye goes to the White House and there's some sort of summit. Beyond all the rhetoric on all sides, speak to that man about what you hope comes out of this conversation.
I got that so many times. That was the one thing I got. It's too harsh. You know, to tell people the truth is too harsh. We have to stop that. This political correctness is what I can't stand, and largely what Donald Trump can't stand, dealing with everybody with gloves on, you know, being too afraid to say the truth. And I have never been afraid to say the truth. I've been really bold about that and talking to them about...
But then where does it go?
Where does it go from here is just like I said, having them there, being able to sort of say, listen, we've got a problem here. The fact that they're talking about bringing Colin Kaepernick and Kanye West, people that are obviously on opposite sides of the fields here, to have a conversation. Because at the end of the day, it's not about left or right, Republican or Democrat. It's that we're all human beings and we're all Americans.
So there was a headline that caught our eye in Vice, and you were included. It said, a guide to the right-wing losers who suddenly love Kanye West. Two problems with that. You're definitely not a loser. You're not just right-wing. And you've liked Kanye West for a long time. So they got three things wrong in one headline.
Right.
Which is amazing. But you're also hoping this creates a tipping point where if you are black and you are conservative, you can at least say it, which is all Kanye West was saying.
Right, exactly. And I don't even think that he's conservative. He just is a free thinker and wants to be able to feel how he feels out loud, and that hasn't been allowed whatsoever.
What has he said to you? Because you've since spoken to Kanye, a couple of times.
Right.
What does
So he's a really tremendous individual, and he has this vision of love that both sides can come together. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but he's only following me and Emma Gonzalez. Right, we couldn't be more different characters, but he's trying to say something.
He's only following 2 people?
And his wife, of course, and, and his beautiful wife. And he's trying to say something there, that is it possible that people that have such different visions and are passionate about different things can come together and have a different conversation. So he really has this vision of love, which is really optimistic and super inspiring.
So you support the summit at the White House?
100% I support it.
And Kanye should go if he's invited?
He should definitely go. Go, Kanye.
Awesome.
So you're not just a MAGA troll and a right-wing bottom feeder.
I like it. I made the list. I won something, you know?
Oh, don't hit me.
I won.
Unlike this. A lot of winning on this couch, just not for
Candace,
me.
this may just be the beginning. So
But
I'm
it's
sure we'll
super
see you
cool that you've started and you helped to start a national conversation that could affect culture and the way people think freely. That's what America's all about, and you're a part of it.
And it takes bravery, Candace.
Thank you guys so much.
Grateful to have you.
Always good to see you.
Love it.